Welcome to a very cold Tasmanian morning here. It is freezing officially. We're at the start of the Meander Falls walk here today, and we're not going all the way into the waterfall. It's about a 6-hour return walk, but I'm just going to go and explore some of the rivers and canyons on the way up there and look for some pretty cool photography spots. I've also got Heath Holden. Good morning. Coming along today. So this should be a pretty cool adventure. And let's go and check out the trail. Just leaving town this morning. It was a super clear, frosty morning. That's why it's pretty cold. But just as I've been driving out here to Meander, I've noticed the clouds have really started to roll in, and it's really making it super cold, which will really help add some drama to these really long exposures along the river, sections that hopefully we find tucked away down into these canyons. So stay tuned. Just spied an interesting section of river down here. I might go and investigate, which could be a little bit tricky in itself. I've eyeballed this rock just down here, which might make a good platform for an image looking down the stream. The first thing I've noticed coming down here is how slippery it is. So I've got the waterproof pants on today so I can slide my way into position without falling my way into position. Just looking straight down the throat of this river. There's another waterfall just down to the left hand side, or a water chute, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to make my way over stream. And just at the moment, I'm not that too concerned about capturing an image here. I did have to come and have a look and see if it was worth an image, and I just feel that there's not enough going on in this scene to make it worth setting up. We've just been following the Meander Falls trail for probably about an hour now, and I've spotted this really cool ravine just off the side of the track, and we're going to take a little bit of a explore down here. Just a little safety tip: if you're doing stuff like this out in the wilderness, either have someone with you just in case something goes wrong, or make sure you've got the right gear with you so you don't get too cold. What we've noticed is we're burning up pretty hot coming up this track. It is almost snowing, but we're sweating it out with just the layers of clothing we've got, and the impulse is to take those layers off. And when you do take those layers off, taking an image down by the side of this ravine, for example, you get cold real quick. And if you get stuck and you're out on your own and you haven't got those layers to warm up, then you're in for a pretty tough time to try and stay warm. So off the track. Down into this interesting section, and not getting snagged is another priority. Down here, I'm really not sure this is worth it, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Whoops. And I've come to a bit of a ledge, so I'm going to have to make my way just down this river a little bit, because that's way too dangerous. And it's just down there I'm going to try and make my way to, just those rocks out in the middle of that stream. What really got me interested in coming down to this spot was this nice glass-shaped section of rock up the back there. It's like a little mini canyon. It's pretty cool. There's plenty of water around at the moment here in Tasmania. There's a lot of snow melting up in the highlands. Right up the back there, that bluff has still got evidence of snow, which is obviously making these wilderness a little bit more dramatic. I have set the camera up and taken a couple of different exposures. My shutter range is between 4 seconds and 15 seconds, shooting at ISO 100. I've got a circular polarizer on, and I've also got a 6-stop ND filter on as well. Because I'm in the open here, I can't reduce my shutter speed down enough to really get that nice long exposure through the water that I really look for in a lot of river photography that I do. Just looking back down the river, that first stop, what it really can be hard to do as a photographer is try to vary the look of the river speeds that you do take. There is a danger that your photos or my photos can start to look a little bit sameish over time when I go out into the wilderness. So what I do try to look for is a variation of what I'm doing. What has also caught my attention is a really nice old myrtle tree gracefully hanging over the side of the riverbed over there. So the camera gives you a portrait, so I can capture that nice leafy old tree. And I've also got that ravine up in the background, so hopefully another couple of different poses. And like I said up there, it is really starting to get cold down here as well, so that was good.
I'm just shooting a bit tighter frame here, 50mm lens, so quite tight, and it's not a conventional landscape style camera, so it's a little different. Shot one with a Canon with a 24 to include this foreground. Just experiment a little bit with a 50mm. With a Leica M262, very basic rangefinder camera, really nice to use, very simple.
Making my way back out of the Meander Falls region, and I've just stopped by this stunning little setting on one of the minor streams here. The main river is obviously just behind me there, but what's really captivated my attention is how green it is this time of year, coming into spring, sort of late winter, and the moss is so alive against the contrasting white stream in the background. I have got this standalone tree in the middle of the stream, and it's one of Tasmania's own myrtle trees. And what I'm really excited about is how it's got this stream folding around both sides of it, really highlighting the trunk coming out the middle of the stream itself. I've got some catch light up the back as well, because it's quite high up the altitude here, so the bluff peels away there, and I've got a nice big pocket of light penetrating through the forest, which is really adding some luminance to the background here. My shutter speed is huge. I've got the camera on f11, and I've got a 6-stop ND filter on, as well as a circular polarizer on. The polarizer itself isn't to cut any glare. I've really got none on a day like today, but it's simply to get another few seconds of exposure on this frame. So for now, thanks for watching my latest wilderness and photography adventure here in Tasmania, and stay tuned for more adventures in the future.